Hello everyone, and welcome to Lesson 11, Creating and Managing Schedules. Today, we will move into Revit Schedules, one of the most powerful tools for data management in BIM. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to create new schedules, add fields, and even filter them. In the first section, we are going to create a basic schedule. Creating a schedule for a specific category, in our example, for the wall categories. In my project, as you can see, I don't have any schedules. And let's start Dynamo. For the sake of time, I have already imported all the necessary libraries in my Python node. For the first step, we need to input our category. I'm going to name it cat_name. And this is my first input. Let's go back to Dynamo and search for a string node, and let's write down walls. Now we need to get the category. I'm going to create a variable and name it cat, and this is how you get the category. Category dot get category, and as an argument we need the document where we are working on, and in get attribute in which we need some arguments. First of all, built-in category, and the string of OSD underscore plus the input that we provided before. This is how you actually determine the name of the category you are looking for. And since we are going to make some changes inside Dynamo, we need to start and close transaction. For that reason, we are going to say transaction manager dot instance dot ensure in transaction. As an argument, we need our document, and now we are going to actually create the schedule. We are going to name it a schedule, and this is the method that you're going to create it. View a schedule, dot create a schedule, and as an argument we need a document and the category ID. Actually the ID of the category that we created before. And now we need to close transaction. by saying transaction manager dot instance dot transaction task done. We don't need any argument for this, and as an output we need the schedule. Now let's save and run. Let's go back to our Revit project. As you can see, we have created our wall schedules, but we don't have any fields in it. In the next part, we are going to insert the fields and filter them. Now let's start adding fields inside our wall schedule. Let's go back to our Dynamo. I have copied and pasted my Python script here, and I add some other references like Revit nodes and extensions like Revit.elements. Revit nodes is a Dynamo library that wraps Revit API objects into Dynamo-friendly types. By adding this reference, your Python script can use Dynamo's Revit nodes wrapper objects. Meanwhile, import extensions is a Dynamo provides extension method under Revit wrapper types. CLR.import extensions makes those extensions methods directly callable in Python. If you want to know more about these libraries, take a look at the first lesson of these tutorials. Now let's start our Python code. Basically, we need our schedule as an input. So we are going to name it a schedule. Let's name it a schedule input simply. And now we need to unwrap it. This is another method to unwrap the element coming from Revit. As an argument, of course, we need our input. Now let's provide the schedule. Let's search for views node. It's an out-of-box node in Dynamo, and you can search for wall schedule. Alright, now we need to start our transaction because we are going to make some changes inside Dynamo and inside Revit, sorry. And now we need to get schedulable fields. For that, I'm going to name it a schedulable underscore fields. And this is how you get the fields. Dot get schedulable fields. We don't need any argument for this one. And now we need to add type and level fields if available. I'm going to use a for loop command. We're going to say for f in schedulable fields, we're going to try to get the name of the field as a string. Get the attribute of getName as an argument in our document. And we say if exists, then field name in. We're going to make a list and list the string of the field. First of all, our wall type. And as we know, level of the walls in Revit is base constraint. So we are going to type base constraint, of course, as a string. All right, and we say add field except exception. Skip if field already exists or not valid, right? So we say pass. Then we close our transaction by transaction manager.instance transaction manager transaction task done. And finally, we need our output, which is a schedule. Right, now let's save and run. Let's see, attribute error, no attributes in line 19. Let's see. Fields schedule dot definition get the schedule. Oh yes, I misspelled here. Let's copy and paste it here. Fields, save and run again. Still, we've got problem here. Actually, it should have worked. Just go fields, schedule definition. Schedule fields. That was our schedule. Yeah, basically I have misspelled all these fields here. Get schedulable fields. Now let's save and run. Let's go back to our Revit. As you can see, we have added two fields, type and base constraints inside our wall schedule. Now let's say we want to filter our walls at level 1. Let's go back to our Dynamo. I'm going to copy this Python node here because the majority of the lines we need it. We need our input, the schedule we are going to filter, and let's edit it. I'm going to clear these lines. We need transactions and we need our input. All right. Now, first of all, we need to find the base constraint field already in the schedule. All right. So inside our transaction, I'm going to say level underscore field is none. And the method that we are going to find it is the field count. So I'm going to name a variable, name it field underscore count. This is the method that you can get the field count. I'm going to say schedule dot definition dot get field count. We don't need any argument for this one, and I'm going to use a for loop command. As an argument, I'm going to feed field count. And I'm going to say field schedule definition dot get field. And now we say if you find it and equals to base constraint by saying if field dot get name equals to base constraint, I'm going to create a variable, name it level field. In this case, break the loop command. Then we say if found, create a filter for level 1. So we need to get out of the loop because we are going to add another one. We need if level underscore field we need to get the level element by name. We say level underscore Let's name it lem. If it is none, then we start our for loop command, and we search for, we need to collect our levels. We use the classical way, filtered element. Filtered element collector. Of class, and of course we are looking for level. And we say if the name of the level equals to level 1, then level lm lvl, then break the loop, and here we say if you find it. Now we add the filter rule. This is how you get it done. Schedule, filter, and we need some arguments. We need level underscore field ID, a schedule filter type, which we say equal to the level element ID, level underscore lm ID. And we say schedule dot definition. We need to add filter actually, and as an argument, of course, the filter rule that we created a moment ago. We need to close transaction, and as an output, again, we need our schedule. All right, now let's save and run and see what happens. Let's see the error on line 21, get field count, right. Field count, schedule dot definition dot get field count, of course. Let's save and run again. On line 35, in the filter loop line, schedule filter, I misspelled field again, schedule filter type. Alright, now save and run again. Still we have error on line 14. Let's go back to our Python. Alright. Now it worked. Let's go back to our Revit and see. As you can see, we add the filter of the base constraint equal to level 1. This one here. In this lesson, you learned how to create a schedule, add fields, and apply filters. In the next lesson, we will dive into automating revisions and title blocks.